Hello guys, again we are coming by with a new that concept and is continuation of that our previous lectures. So today again we are going to talk about atom. Before that, I would like to again introduce myself. My name is Kuldeep. So today we are going to talk about atom. What is atom? Basically, already we discussed. The you can write it because this definition definitely is going to come in your exam. इस नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिबल पार्टिकल मीन्स इसको हम तोड़ नहीं सकते, नॉन इंडिविजुअल इसको हम इस छोटे छोटे पीस में तोड़ नहीं सकते, एंड दिस इज स्मॉलेस्ट पार्टिकल ऑफ द मैटर. दिस वाज गिवन बाय Dalton in 1804. So that's why and you can read the Dalton atomic theory, right? So that was well adopted theory. About 100 years it was well adopted और 100 साल तक थी वो theory. So from this theory then further that many studies happen, many discoveries happen by different scientists. So there what they said it, there are other particles which can be part of atom, and it means that atom can be divided into smaller particles, and those particles will be called as electron. Electron means they are denoted by E bar. This bar means negative charge. So this having negative charge, discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson. You can also write it because this question will come in the 1 marks or 2 marks. Then this will be proton. Proton will be having positive charge. That's why he do no symbol and have positive charge, discovered by Sir Rutherford. These are our chemists and they did discovery. They based on that their models. And then neutron were also known. Is basically debatable, but it is having neutral charge denoted by N, and this having no Chadwick. So there is a usually people used to say that one shortcut for this is EAT per notch. E means okay, electron, proton, neutron. EAT. T means Thomson. Per means proton. P proton. R means Rutherford. N means neutron, and notch C means Chadwick. Now going ahead, as you know all, these neutrons or protons available in the nucleus, and electrons are revolving around in certain orbits. Okay, these are orbits, and in certain orbits, which orbits having discrete energy means they are having fixed energy. And also you know, in any atom, any electrically neutrally, and these are bounded with electrostatic charges. So since here negative charge, here positive charge, they are having electrostatic charges. And those you also know that in any neutral atom, number of electrons and number of protons are equal. Now since we are talking about atoms, so now if you look that many discoveries happen in terms of that further, and we have been known that there are many elements are available in that universe which are made up of atom. So one of some examples are like hydrogen, carbon and nitrogen. So similarly oxygen is there. Okay, these are biological elements and available in the earth atmosphere. Now these elements having certain atomic number. So we will discuss what is atomic number. So atomic number means this number of, for example, hydrogen, whatever number of electrons present in their orbit, or number of protons present in the any atom, that is called their atomic number. Now going ahead, we call atomic mass. Okay, so atomic mass means then the total number of proton plus neutron available in the nucleus, that will give us atomic mass, right? So these atom are single entity. What they will do, they will either combine with certain element, like you can see oxygen is a atom, but when oxygen is atom, when oxygen combine with another oxygen with certain bond, this is called bond, then they will give O2, and this will become molecule. So you know the atom, so you know the molecule also. So molecule means when two or more than two atom combines together, they will form molecule, like CO2. Similarly, like H2O, so where hydrogen will combine with oxygen in their some ratio, that will give water. Okay, and these are well known molecules and available in our Earth atmosphere. So these bonds, like this hydrogen having their covalent bond, they will, covalent means that bond formed by sharing of the electron. So hydrogen having one electron, this hydrogen having one electron, this will share it together and they make a bond. They will do partnership. What is basically this mean? Why they are making bond? This is a reason. And why they are making molecule? So what happened? There is a basic, I will give one example. Like in this universe, in this world, in this universe, whether it is atom or human being or anybody, everybody want there to be stable. Stability. They want stability. You people are studying to become a, to gain a knowledge, and at the end you are going to settle in your life. That's why similarly atoms also want to be settled in their life. That's why what they are doing, they are making bonds and be a more stable. Okay, so what that mean? It mean that this atom are made up of electron, proton, neutron. Since electron having negative charge and most of the reaction happen at electron end, so they will either accept certain electron or they will lose the electron. How much they will lose or how much they will accept, it depends on their octet condition. So that octet condition is mean what? Octet means 8. Basically what you say, if any atom having their 8 electron in their outermost orbit, that atom is called non-reactive or inert or stable. So to follow that rule, all atoms either gain electron or lose electron to complete, to satisfy their octet. And that's why this rule came in the picture, where those elements will form the bond by losing the electron or gaining the electron or by sharing the electron. Okay, so all elements will make a bond and they will follow this octet rule. Here exceptions are there. You may ask question, why this hydrogen is not having 8 electron, how here H2 is stable? Because hydrogen and helium, they are two elements which does not follow the octet rule, but they are stable. Reason behind is that they are exception in this world and they have only one electron, and that's why they will make a H2. So now, and this one more terminology will come, so that will called a valency. What is valency basically? Valency is same, the number of electrons are present in their outermost orbit or outermost shell of any particular atom. What is outermost shell? Outermost shell, you can say that this is your nucleus. I will write it N means nucleus, and this is this first orbit, second orbit, the third orbit. So here you have some electron, for example 2 electrons. Here you have some, for example this also. So this is good. So this is near to orbit of nucleus. This is nucleus. This is first orbit. This is called your first orbit. Okay. Similarly, the orbit next to that first orbit is called second orbit. Similarly, the orbit next to that orbit is called third orbit. So the orbit which is far away from the nucleus, that is called outermost orbit. So this will be outermost orbit for this particular element. So whatever, for example here you have 2 electrons are available in this orbit, outermost orbit. So it means that your outermost orbit having only 2 electrons, it means this having valency of 4. Sorry, this having valency of 2. It means that this particular element, either it may lose the electron, this 2, and these are 3 electrons, we filled it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then they will lose this electron and this orbit will be disappear, and they will lose means they will having positive charge and it will go, it donate the electron basically, and it will be stable with the orbit of outermost orbit of electron. Or it may accept that it 6 electrons to become 8 electrons in their outermost orbit. So accepting of 6 electron is a challenge because it's not easy task. So that's why it will lose the electron. So means all this happened now. So now it having 2 electrons in their outermost orbit. That's why it's called valency 2. Okay. Now going ahead, we'll having it orbitals. Those orbitals will called as SPDF. So these orbitals will play a role in their electronic configuration. So that's why I'll just brief about what is SPDF. Then we'll close this chapter for today. S means that orbital having certain shape where you can have maximum 2 number of electrons. Then you have p orbital where you have maximum number of 6 electrons, and then you have d orbital where you have maximum number of 10 electrons, and then you have f orbital where you can have maximum number of 14 electrons. So we'll have a detailed lecture on this electronic configuration tomorrow, not today, because it requires certain amount of time. Okay, so that's why we are planning to make it one more full lecture, because electronic configuration is more important and is more interesting. So keep focus on that, because the question definitely going to come from electronic configuration, so it requires more attention. That is one thing. Second thing is that I'll just update about S. What is S means? It's having shape of circular round shape, is having 3D structure, P having dumbbell shape, D having double dumbbell, and similarly you having F shape also. So we'll discuss in detail about these orbitals, and then for the electronic configuration, how this electronic configuration means how the electrons are filled in particular atomic orbitals, means how these electrons are filled, how those electrons may going to make a bond with another atom. So all details will have another lecture. So for this today we'll close this session, and thank you very much. If you have any queries, you can post it. We'll try to solve it. Thank you.